Hi Sagittarius, my name's Lorraine and welcome to my channel Sun Moon Star Free Tarot. This reading is for the month of December and it is for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. And if you're unsure what yours are, all you have to do is search up free online for your free astrology birth chart report. All you need is your time and location above to do so. So it's up to you if you want to do this. It just gives you more insight into the other parts of your chart and your more dominant parts of your chart, which would be your rising, your moon and your Venus signs. But basically, so what we've got here, I've pulled some animal spirit cards and I've pulled some Queen of the Moon oracle cards, and we've got the first cards that I pulled here was the deer and the crocodile. So basically we've got one person lying and waiting and watching. Someone's got their eye on the other one, and I'm feeling with this crocodile card, it's like this person is watching, but it's like a cleansing of the way that they're feeling. I feel like their feelings have been, they're feeling feelings that was down deep dark, and it's coming up to the light with the way that the card is coming towards like the light. You see it shining here. So I'm feeling like emotions that maybe they may have put deep down coming up to the light. And I'm just looking at the deer card, and the deer card just looks like the light here. And it's like this deer is looking at someone coming towards them. And I'm looking at all the cards here, and I kind of feel like the crocodile in each and every one of the cards, and I don't normally see this in these cards, especially like with the shark. But I feel like each one of them have all got like a smile, or just like, it's not like a smile as in like a big smile, but I feel like it's something that makes them slightly smile, or smile inside basically. But basically what I'm saying is this crocodile is lying and waiting and watching, and I feel like they're just waiting on the right time to snap. Now, like, their opportunity, sees an opportunity. And this deer card, basically what they're lying and watching and waiting is, the deer card is with the purity card beside it. They're expressing themselves like through their purity, through their honest self-expression, their purity and their self-expression. And then the crocodile part is lying and waiting. I'm feeling like they must have something to release. We've got the release card with it, and I'm not sure if you can see properly with sugar. I'm not sure if you can see with them, but I'll bring it down so you can see a bit better. So we've got like the purity card here. It's like this one, she's like holding on to the branches, but she's barely holding on. It's kind of like wrapped around her finger a wee bit there. But this one, the person is like really holding on tight. You see what I mean? And I feel like this person's holding on tight to something that maybe they should be releasing. It could be like a person, it could be a situation in your life, it could be something that's not so good for you that you're holding on tight to. Or maybe you're holding on tight to this person or something along those lines. But there's a release here, and this release is releasing themselves. Now, like, releasing the burdens to the light. And just like this wee person, like this would be this person here who's like expressing themselves through like their purity, their innocence, their gracefulness and things, because the deer is very graceful and intuitive and things like this. And this card is card number 30. Don't know if you can see it very good in the light. It's card number 30. So that would come down to the card number 3. And in the tarot, that would be like the Empress card. And the Empress card would basically be like this person basically showing their creative side in some sense. It's like, have you ever seen like snow and it's never been walked in? So it's like this person is like the first person to walk this path. Now the first person to put footprints in the sand, in the snow basically, if you get what I mean. I'm kind of feeling like, see, like with all the snow, the way it's come round them there, and you can see the mountains behind the snow. It's like this person who's basically just overcame basically a time in their life. Like it might be like they were in a blizzard now, like a snowstorm. It's like maybe they were left out in the cold, or and they had to overcome challenges in their life maybe, and it could be separate to yourself, because this card is card number 27, and that would add up to 9, and 9 would be the Hermit. So maybe if you're the person who's releasing, or the person, or you're the Purity card, obviously you would decide, but someone, whoever is on this card with the crocodile and the release, maybe this person has been lying and waiting, but really they've been in hermit mode, solitude now, like, and they're releasing that situation. And we've got all these butterflies, which stands for like transformation, and like the Death card is like the butterfly is like real symbolic for the Death card, because you're transforming from like the caterpillar into the cocoon, and your metamorphosis, and then before you like can fly like a butterfly basically. And I'm just feeling like maybe this is what this person is releasing, the solitude now, like the time out and things like that. But the Deer card basically is like a very loving mother, like a motherly energy, and it's also very intuitive. So this person could be quite intuitive and purity, and I don't know. This person could have said something to you about your eyes. I'm just looking at the deer and the way that their eyes are, and like the smudge it's like round about the deer. It's like the deer is like the energy smudge that's all round about it is like a light green colour, which I'm feeling like this person could be yourself, Sag, or it could be your person. It's like they're emitting like basically heart energy now, like they're emitting like real love and compassion, and you can see that. You can see the purity. The purity card really matches up well with this Deer card. And in a sense, I suppose the release card like matches up well with the crocodile, but basically the connective energies between both of you is beginnings, and this is like new beginnings. It's like night and day. The difference between where yous were to where yous will be is like night and day basically. Now like this has been night and you would walk through into day. It's like completely different energies. And this is the new moon, and I'm filming this and it's just coming up to like the full moon. So basically maybe by the new moon there might be a sense of a new beginning coming around for yourself and your person and things like that. So I'll just get straight into it. So what I'm feeling is this is your past basically, Sag, your present and your future energies basically. So the wolf being your past would be like you've been in like a pretty leadership role. You've had to like be like the head of the family. You could be the head of like your workplace. You could be like a boss. You could be if you're not the head of the family and being the head being the oldest, it could be like someone that you just seem to take leadership and take charge, and you're just very, I don't know, you're just very reliable kind of person I'm feeling. But I don't know if maybe you might have a sense of being a bit over dominating. Now, like, and I'm looking at the fire behind them because we've got no fire between all these animal cards. We've got 0 fire in your fire, obviously, Sag. We've got earth and we've got water between them all. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the hummingbird, which would be air. So maybe you've got a lot of water in your chart, or maybe you've got a lot of earth, and maybe you've got a wee bit of air. But the hummingbird is basically someone being or trying to stay upbeat, positive, trying to see things in a more colourful way, basically. But so basically, I'm feeling like in the past, into your present energy, you have had to take the leadership role. You've had to stand and be the one who makes decisions, the head of the family, like I said, the head of your workplace, or just basically be fearless and just go in there and get the job done and things like that. But like I said, you might have been a bit over dominating. But then we've got the stingray, which is your present energy, and I'm just feeling like with this stingray card, I'm feeling like the stingray can talk about like someone having to like grow a backbone, someone having to stand up and be counted. But with this, I'm feeling like someone revealing something in their present energy, which would be coming up round about the now. You could even be revealing it to yourself. Now, like maybe something that you've denied, like I said, like their emotions being down in the deep, in the darker side of yourself, basically, and bringing it to the light. You could be bringing it to the light to yourself, basically. And it's the stingray is like someone having a backbone and being able to admit something to themselves, being able to admit something to someone else, being able to stand up for themselves. So that's your present energy. And I'm feeling it's showing you your chakra system. It's like when you're able to stand up and admit something to yourself or to another person, or stand up for yourself in some way, it makes you feel so much more in alignment and so much more connected. And then this is your future energy. So this is like, I'm feeling like this is the crocodile. One side being the crocodile just at the bottom, and the deer being at the top. I feel like in your near future, basically you're wanting to work towards feeling a connected energy with someone. And I'm looking at connected, and then I'm looking at, see, like the swans, like the way that they're almost like in a diamond shape, and the same as the stingrays in a diamond shape. It's like yous are so connected, these two swans. And so like, and I'm talking about like the connectedness, like when you admit something to you. I'm feeling more like admitting something to yourself rather than admitting it to someone else. But I'm just looking at his tail now, and I'm hearing it's a bit of a sting if you admit it to yourself. Now I'm feeling like you might feel like it was a bit of a sting. Now, like maybe you've refused something before or not seen it properly, because I'm saying that because then you would move on to the bear card, and the bear card is talking about spiritual slumber and hibernation and awakening up to seeing something the way it actually is. Do you know what I mean? So like basically you're awakening to whatever it is that you're admitting to yourself. And the shark talks about direct exposure. So basically this is like that doing it moment. Basically it's like they say that the shark is only dangerous, basically. It speaks about in the book that the shark is only dangerous when it's ignored. So like you ignoring yourself, your inner self, now your inner feelings, your deepest, darkest feelings that you wouldn't even admit to yourself. basically they begin to become dangerous. My throat's gone off on it, so basically maybe you're struggling to express this even to yourself, but maybe you're wanting to, maybe you've realised it within yourself now and wanting to express it to another person, because my throat's gone off on it again, so that's my throat chakra. So basically that shark energy is only dangerous when it's not being acknowledged that it's there, and that the shark is basically like a metaphor for your feelings not being acknowledged. And look at the card. We've got the dark one, we've got the dark side, like being the deep side of the sea, which would be the deep in your emotions, and the light above them. So it's like double-sided, do you know what I mean? So basically you're awakening, and it's like you're wanting to expose something, or there's a person going to come towards you and wanting to expose something, and there's going to be like a new beginning with some people. I've already pre-shuffled all the decks and pre-shuffled all the decks and cut them before, but we've got release again. I didn't even know that was on the bottom of the deck, so it's like release again. And look, it's like that it's raining on this person, but there's light coming through with the sun here. And if you can imagine light coming through like the clouds and the rain, there's going to be a rainbow soon. Now, like, and this is like something you thought was dead. You've now, like, it's a graveyard, there's all these graves. It's like something you thought was dead and you thought you were releasing it, basically. It's like I'm hearing now there's going to be a cleansing of this, with like the rain is cleansing and the sun is bringing in illumination. It's bringing in light where there's darkness. So basically, but something is coming to light, basically. But what I was trying to say about the rain is like there's rain coming down on the crocodile here, and that signifies cleansing and like cleansing and purity and things like that. Oh, I also wanted to add in the beginning, but I forgot all about it. Basically, I was getting in your meditation, just before I started recording, Sag, I was getting the, like, I was getting like a compassion, like you feeling compassion for someone. So I'm not sure if what the compassion was about. I'm feeling like, I just feel like maybe where you've got someone, I'm feeling like someone's been loyal, and I don't even know, I feel like loyal and compassion, loyalty and compassion is like a big thing, and compassion is just another way to express love in a way, because true love is compassion. Maybe compassion, having a compassionate heart, maybe there's been a quarrel or an argument with someone, and this all doesn't have to be relationship based. This can be a relationship based in any area of your life. It can be love, it can be friendship, it can be family, it can be anything, it can be like work related. So this wolf energy, this person who's been the leader of the pack, is basically standing in some place of confusion. The confusion would be their emotions and the thoughts. To me, this being wind, it's all wrapped around them. It's like they're all in their head now. Like they're choosing logic over like their heart energy, basically. So it's like they're all stuck in their head. They're confused. They don't know. They're arse for their elbow, as they say, basically. But it's like, I feel like with this person coming in at the side, it's like your spirit guides are trying to like take this confusion away from you, but you need to open up your heart energy to be able to pick up on your intuition and your connection to your spirit guides and your loved ones in spirit and your angels and anything like that, to bring in clarity for you. I'm feeling like, and she's dressed in blue here, it's like confusion about vocalising something now, like speaking about something, and she's got like white all around her head. Maybe someone was left in a state of confusion. Maybe this person who's the purity, because she's got like a white cotton blanket, like it's like like a cotton blanket, it's like snow basically in a sense, being the purity, and in this there's purity over her. Maybe this was the person who was left in confusion. And I said that this wolf card was pretty dominant. Now it was a pretty dominant energy, this wolf. Whoever's the leader of the pack. At the bottom of the deck you've got soulmate. So whoever this person is, I'm feeling like maybe you feel like there's some telepathic connection to them, because now like they're connected through all these different energy links. So like maybe, and this person is sleeping, maybe you're the more masculine, and masculine doesn't need to be female, male and female. Feminine and masculine is like our energy that we reside in basically. Masculine being more action taking and feminine being more intuitive. Like normally if we were talking about, we're only talking about twin flame in this reading, but I'm just saying in a sense, if you were talking about twin flame and we were talking about feminine and masculine, the feminine would normally be the one to awaken first, and it looks like, Sag, you're going through an awakening the now. So I'm feeling like you might be more in your masculine, the masculine role, because I feel like this is the person who's just awakening. This person's already awakened to this connection basically. They may already see or have seen before, before being left in this state of confusion basically, that there was a different kind of connection here that you've not had with other people. I'm feeling like it just looks to me as if they're connecting through dream state. Sorry, I can't even talk right. It looks to me as if they're connecting through dream state, through your third eye. Maybe this is when you are actually feeling connected to your intuition and lucid dreaming, and basically being connected to your soulmate, your counterpart, whoever this is to you. I mean, this could be a family member that you've just got like a strong connection to. It could be like soulmate as in romantic relationships. I mean, each to their own, everybody's different. Everybody will be kind of experiencing, if this is your story, you would be experiencing this kind of energy, and you would know, as soon as I was talking about it, you would know, oh, that's definitely got to do with the person that I'm in love with, or I was in love with, or the person that I used to be with, or it's definitely got to do with a friend, or it's definitely got to do with, I don't know, my sister, my brother, my mum, my dad, my daughter. Do you know what I mean? So for the present energy, so in the past someone was left in a state of confusion. I feel like this is this their energy, who is basically, they are very intuitive, they're expressing themselves through self-expression. I'm thinking that you see this person, if this is you, the person sees you in this way. The deer in the purity card, this person is seen in a way where they're very gentle. I think this person kind of thought that this person was a bit docile and a bit daft, but like, just because someone's connected to their heart energy, it really doesn't mean that. It's like some people see someone's soft side for being, now like, my accent is a bit broad and some people can't understand me, but like where I come from, they would say, you taking my softness for daftness. So it's like somebody thinking because they're soft and they're gentle and like they're connected to their heart energy and their feelings and their emotions, even though this is earth energy, like with the deer, doesn't mean to say that they're daft and they're docile and things like that. So I'm just trying to get across that maybe this deer energy maybe feels like that's the way that they were seen, But I'm feeling like maybe that has been the perspective of the other person, as if the person thought like they were too soft or something in a way, they were too gentle or too docile, like I said. But really this deer was just basically very connected to their feelings and their emotions, and very like mother-like energy, very caring and graceful and receptive, compassionate. So this deer energy was very compassionate. So that's that, like the compassion is what I was feeling in your meditation basically. Sorry, it's taking ages to get your cards out there, and about 20 come out. So angels and spirit guides, please bring through Sagittarius present energy, the present energy. We've got two come out here. So in your present energy, we've got two, we've got vanity and we've got wisdom. So that completely makes so much sense. So like, it's like your vanity kept you, like I said, I feel like it's you admitting something to yourself. So I'm feeling like your vanity for yourself or for how you would be seen by others, you've kept something, some sort of emotional feelings towards another person. You've kept them in the deep. You've not even expressed them to yourself. You've not even admitted them to yourself, or the person likewise has done this with you. But it's like now, this is like the colour of the heart chakra. Now, like, their vanity stopped them from blue, the throat chakra, from expressing how they truly felt. But now, like, this person has been connected with our like their heart chakra, and it's like they've gained the wisdom to see that. Now let's see through the vanity, see through the ego and things connected to, like, I don't know, feeling embarrassed about what other people will think. And I'm looking at the world, and this woman's like in the middle of this woman, and that to me again is just Empress energy, and that purity card takes me back to Empress energy, because it's card 30, bring it down to a single digit would be card 3. So the stingray is vanity and wisdom. It's like now you've been given the wisdom. At the bottom of the deck we've got faith. Again, my throat chakra's going all hang me. So again, we've got the world, and she's holding the world in her hands. But it's like she's holding it as if like she's pregnant. Sorry. And this person down here is like trying to have the faith. Oh, I was getting violet. Why did I get violet earlier on? I got violet energy. Maybe that was in the meditation. So we've got the amethyst here. So maybe violet, maybe the colour violet reminds you of this person. I don't know what the violet was about. I just remember it coming back to me there. But this person is offering a cup. Maybe there's someone keeping the faith that there'll be a connection again. There's 3 people here. There's a man and 2 women. Maybe there's like someone else involved. This looks like spirit trying to help resolve communication between people. It's like someone holds the world in their hands and someone else like holds emotion in their hands now to express. So for your future energies, angels and spirit guides, please bring forward Sagittarius. There we go. Guilt. So basically, the swan talks about basically if you were to hold this in and not express it. Basically, guilt talks about like sorry for not expressing what I should have done, but I had to look after myself, and that would tie in with that vanity card. So basically, if this person, the swan can be like very twin flame energy, but it can just be like that soulmate energy. And at the bottom of the deck you've got joy. So it's like if you release the guilt and the vanity and seen the wisdom and the connection, you would basically receive joy. You would have like, that's just reminds me of the sun, and it's like she's wearing a blue dress with sunflowers. It's like joy, happiness, communication. It's bittersweet. Now, like, there's something bittersweet about if you shared your expression. This one is also self-expression. It could also be like writing to someone through self-expression. Maybe you're going to write a letter, or maybe write a message, or maybe I'm feeling like you're writing a message in your phone, then you're deleting it, writing a message on your phone, deleting it, writing a message, deleting it, or something. You're trying to find the right words, or the person is towards you. And what's bittersweet about it is because you're scared of the gossips. That's what you're aware of, because top of the deck's what you're aware of. Cut the deck is what's hindering you, and bottom of the deck is what you would receive if you didn't care about the gossips and the vanity and feeling guilty because you've got to look after number one because you're scared of what everyone else would say about it. And that's what makes it bittersweet, because you know if you come out of your spiritual slumber and expose this energy, then you would receive your joy and you would receive your new beginning, basically. So, angels and spirit guides, please reveal what this bit of energy is for Sagittarius. Balance and victim. So this is like someone coming out of the spiritual slumber and looking for, basically, this would be justice to me. Someone's looking for balance, and someone's feeling like as if they were victimised in some way, tricked in some way. I'm feeling like someone feels like they were tricked, or someone feels like they tricked someone. And maybe someone is awakening to seeing that they tricked you in some way, Sagittarius. It could be a Libra, but with it being balanced, maybe you've got Libra in your chart. It's like, again, there's 3 people here. There's like 2 men and 1 woman now. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a third party relationship or in romance. It could be like in friendships as well. And you've got perception at the bottom of the deck. What's hindering you is an impasse, basically. It's like an impasse is like you being at a crossroads to do what's right for you, basically. And what's at the top of the deck, what you're already aware of, is basically you've already rejected the idea of basically exposing this, which keeps you stuck. Like, if you don't make a choice to like go in a different direction, you would basically be stuck at an impasse in your life. Now, like, he doesn't know what to do. He's like, oh, with his hands. Now, like, what do I do? Now, like, you would be stuck at this impasse because you couldn't change your perception. You couldn't open up your heart. You couldn't, that's like a doorway there. You couldn't walk through that doorway to walk through this new beginning. So what is this shark energy for Sagittarius? Oh, shut up. So my pens are dropped in there. And the shark energy wants to expose, basically release. They want to release someone, they want to expose something. Basically something is becoming dangerous because it's not being expressed or acknowledged in some way. It could be a situation, it could be a conversation that needs to be had. At the bottom of the deck is now like you would have gratitude, but at the top of the deck what you're already aware of is that you've accepted that you've released the person that, or the connection that you're feeling guilty about, being stuck in your ego, in your vanity, and basically worrying about what the gossips would say. That you've accepted that you'll stay in like a state of sadness and basically accept that, accept your lot, basically, I'm hearing. And what's hindering this is like your instincts are telling you that basically, I'm just looking at the way the wolves are looking, it's like they're looking back. They're looking back at the past, basically. It's like they want to look back a bit. Right, I'm just going to quickly pull a card for each of these. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun. So this is like your happiness. This situation or person, if it could be resolved, could be your happiness. This person could have Leo in the chart. They could be a Leo, or something. I don't know, Leo rising. I'm just saying rising because rising of the Sun, basically. Leo rising. At the top of the deck there we had Temperance, which would be yourself, Sagittarius. So basically maybe you're trying to temper your emotions. Now stop yourself feeling, basically. Now like temper them as in keep them deep down in the dark and not let them come to the light, because the Sun is the light. The Sun wants to be illuminated. Angels and spirit guides, please bring forward Sagittarius' past energy. Oh. In the past, Sagittarius, we've got the Queen of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces or a Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is like a Cancer or a Gemini, because the Queen of Cups is the last decan of Gemini and the first two of Cancer, but it could be Pisces or Scorpio also. The Knight of Swords could be like someone dashing in there really, really fast. And this is the Nine of Cups would be their wish. Someone dashing in there really, really fast, quite aggressive. It's like, you know, like the way that someone would come fast at you. A pretty like one focused, it's basically very impatient coming towards this person, but this Queen's got like a lid on her cup. You see it? This Queen's got a lid on her cup, so basically she's got a lid on her emotions. Now she's not just about to like spill and gush all of her emotions. Maybe in the past this is what she's done and it left her in a state of confusion. This could be you, Sag. You could have lots of water in your chart. But basically this is like either your wish come true to come towards this person in this way, or it's their wish come true. At the bottom of the deck there you've got like blocking. So basically maybe this is someone you've blocked, or this is someone who's blocked you, or maybe you're defensive, or this person's defensive to come towards yourself. So the vanity and the wisdom in like someone standing up and revealing their feelings to themselves or to another person, having a backbone and scared to do it because their vanity, and they're scared of what people will think, people will say, all the gossips, all this, all that. But so basically this is the Nine of Wands. This is like someone who's probably been through the wars and then some. It's like someone who is trying to have the courage to keep going, to stand up for themselves. If it's not yourself, Sag, it might be the other person, but you might have went through a bit of like, he's got a bandage around his head, and sometimes it can stand for like, this might have gave you a bit of a sore head, maybe in the home life, being the Four of Wands, maybe because there's been fights here in the home life, a bit of a sore head. Maybe there might have, I'm not judging or anything like that, but the Nine of Wands can sometimes stand for like someone who has basically went through times of anxiety and depression and mental health problems because of the stress of a situation. So basically, with this Swan card in the future, what you've got here, you've got guilt. It's basically someone's feeling guilt because they're not expressing, and they've got like the blue all round about them here. They're feeling guilty because they're not expressing, because they're trying to protect themselves or do what's good for them or what they think is good for them, but it's not making them happy. In the background, this person's unhappy. But this is like you looking out, which would be towards the Swan card in your future, would be reaching out towards a person, and this is like a new beginning with that person, a new start. It could be as well like you're looking out towards new like a new job, a new venture, and they're like planting seeds for the future. And that planting seeds for the future, the Magician just explains it basically. And see if we were to add these together, this would be one, so that's like 2, and then we've got the 2 of Wands, so that would be 4, which would be the Emperor card. So basically maybe you're looking to move on in a place of work, business, like another place where you make your income. I'm feeling you want to manifest something different basically in your ambitions. Maybe it's got something to do with your own self-expression, your own, maybe you are quite creative as well. Maybe you are this deer, Sag. So please clarify what this bear energy is for Sag. The bear energy is you awakening to like from your spiritual slumber. Awakening as in, no, you've not been asleep through the whole of winter, and just awakening in spring. It's like a spiritual awakening. Now, like seeing that things need to be balanced out, and like you awakening to like how much work you've been putting in, and maybe you're awakening to how talented you really are, or maybe you're awakening to how talented another person is. And I just say another person and look what's at the bottom of the deck. I mean, you really can't make that up, can you not? And we've got the 5 of Pentacles poking out there at the tops here. So maybe this Empress was left out in the cold. But this Empress energy connects clearly with this deer and this purity. Maybe you're awakening to the work that this Empress is doing. Maybe you've just found out about the work that this person is doing. Why is this shark energy here for Sagittarius angels and spirit guides? And I just seen the 3 of Pentacles, but I put it back. So the shark energy is here because this person, this shark energy is exposing with the Page of Wands. They're exposing their creative passion. This is like maybe this person is being exposed. This person who's the deer, the person who's creative, the person who's intuitive, the person who this bear has just awoken to the work that this person is doing. The other person being yourself or vice versa. But I hope you can understand what I was meaning by that. It's getting confusing for myself as well. But basically, maybe word of mouth is beginning to get around about this Page of Wands. This Page of Wands being the deer, the purity, the Empress card, who's at work. And it's like you would be the Hermit, and this would be 27. So that's like 9, and 9 is the Hermit card. So like maybe this is like this Hermit is just beginning. Now they're just beginning to hear about whatever news, whatever word of mouth, whatever the gossips are saying about what this person is doing, whatever they're saying. This person might just be like new at whatever it is that they're trying to like put their artistic and creative hand to, whatever it is that they're passionate about. They're learning now. Like this, you've got like these pyramids here in the background. It's like they're learning like pyramids being like knowledge. Now like sacred knowledge. It's like this person is learning sacred knowledge. They're learning to understand, but they're still in the premature stages basically. And this hermit is basically looking down and looking in just to see what it's all about basically, I'm feeling. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I hope that makes sense. There we've got the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Cutting the deck, someone holding on to what they've already got, scared of what they would lose if they took a leap of faith. What you're already aware of is there's like something, there's a secret. This could be like this Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, basically energy. There's a secret, and it's like when the moon is upright, it's like basically something being exposed, and it's just funny that we're doing this and it's landing right on that shark energy. It's something being exposed, basically. So I hope this makes sense to some people out there. It's been pretty long reading. I hope I didn't bore you all to death, and I hope you come back again for your next set of readings. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed your reading, and check out your other signs too if you'd like to. Bye.